Hello, guys, and welcome back to another edition of Baseball Talk with the Earle brothers. My name is Nicholas Earle, joined here by my brother Tim. And today, you know what? This is a fun one because it's an interesting one. I should say it's an interesting one because this is something that, like, on our previous channel, we would have never done a video like this at all. And I feel like that's one thing I really like about this new channel is we have a little bit more creative freedom. We can do a little bit more, I feel like, with different topics. And there was a topic that you sent me. I was shocked that you sent me this to do a video on it that you wanted to touch on. It was directed towards the Washington Redskins, but also it was also affiliated with baseball as well as the Cleveland Indians. Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, back in 2020. The Cleveland Indians became the Cleveland Guardians. And I forgot what year was that the Redskins became the Washington football team.
I think it was around the same time.
And obviously, to a lot of people, they didn't like that. And it was just brought up in a bunch of different articles because the Washington Commanders of the NFL are looking to move back into Washington, D.C. from Landover Stadium in where is that? No, it's Landover, Maryland. From their stadium in Landover, looking to move to, I believe it's John F. Kennedy Stadium in Washington, D.C. And in an article here, they say President Trump on Sunday escalated his call for the Washington Commanders to change their name back to the Redskins, threatening to restrict the NFL's team stadium deal if they don't, although it's unclear how he would be able to. I may put restrictions on them that if they don't change their name back to the original Washington Redskins and get rid of this ridiculous moniker of Washington Commanders, I won't make a deal for them to build a stadium in Washington. The team would be much more valuable and the deal would be more exciting for everyone, Trump wrote on Truth Social. The organization left Washington for Landover, Maryland in 1997, but D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser and the team announced a deal in April to bring the Commanders back to the district at a site of the old Robert F. Kennedy Memorial Stadium. Trump touted the deal at the time, but the proposal is stalled before the D.C. Council. Bowser urged the D.C. Council to make moves on the deal, and adding the Commanders are anxious about it. The council is holding the first of public hearings on July the 29th for the stadium redevelopment plan. Trump expressed openness earlier this month to helping out the D.C. Council. Does not if the D.C. Council does not approve the deal. It's a great piece of property, so we'll see. But if I can help them out, I would. The federal government ultimately controls it. Trump said in late 2024, lawmakers in Congress passed a bill to transfer ownership of the RFK site from the federal government to the district's government. So basically what he's saying in this article is that he would potentially put restrictions on the deal in place for the Commanders to move from Landover back to DC in that different thing, which from reading what we read here, he can't do that because it's not the federal government's property anymore. But he did try to put that in place to kind of threaten the move there. And he also mentioned that the Indians should be, we haven't mentioned the Indians yet, but I know, Tim, you have some tweets that you sent me that you wanted to go through with what he was saying there.
Yes, real quick, I wanted to bring up, there was one tweet, he goes, my statement on the Washington Redskins has totally blown up, but it's only in a very positive way. I may put a restriction on that, and if they don't change the name to the original Washington Redskins and get rid of the moniker Washington Commanders, I won't make a deal with the stadium in Washington. The team would be much more valuable, and the deal would be more exciting for everyone. Cleveland should also do the same with the Cleveland Indians. The owner of the Cleveland baseball team Matt Dolan, who is very political, has lost 3 elections in a row because of the ridiculous name change. What he doesn't understand is if he changes the name back to the Cleveland Indians, he might actually win an election. Indians are being treated very unfairly. And to end the tweet, make Indians great again, MIGA.
MIGA. Wow.
I will quickly. I wanted to touch because this is more baseball related.
Yeah.
I will say, and I've never been political at all. The names going back to the Indians and the Redskins is the first thing I agree with Donald Trump. There you go. Now you got where my political background is. But I have a little bit more of a reasoning behind the Cleveland Indians. The Cleveland Guardians is a bullshit name. I'm going to say that right off the rip. I hate the name. Hate the name. But I look at it, it should either have been stay the Indians, or if you're going to change it, go back to the Spiders, which you could either go on with the Spiders, the Blues, the Broncos, or the Nats. Because those are some of the other names that the Cleveland baseball team had before that. Why did the Cleveland Indians switch to the Cleveland Indians? It was after a Native American player named Louis Sockalexis, and also a guy named Nap LaJoy, who played on the Cleveland team, who were the first Native Americans to play in MLB. That's why they were called the Indians, because they wanted to honor Lewis and Nap. I love that shows history with it. That's why I really liked the Indians name. It's very historical. Now, I understand a little bit with the Chief Wahoo becoming a subject. But if you're gonna be mad about that one, there's still the Florida State Seminoles, the Chicago Blackhawks. Like there's
the Atlanta Braves.
Well, they don't really have a Indian mascot or whatever to go with it.
Hit the chop.
You have but they banned that, which whatever. They still do it. They just can't have it. Whatever. I just think it should go back. I'm a big advocate for that. This is actually the first thing I've agreed with him with. But I figured I wanted to bring it up because I saw that I'm like, this could be a perfect MLB video.
Yeah. From my perspective, I might be on a minority with this. I don't mind the Guardians name. Now, could they do better? Could they done the Cleveland Spiders? Yes, I think
I would have had less problem
if it was the Cleveland Spiders. Would that have been better, and you could probably have a better design with it? Absolutely,
100%.
Do I hate the Guardians name? Do I hate the Guardians logo? Not in the slightest. And obviously, I got a Guardians hat because I like the logo, and I like the logo on the side of the hat as well. I don't hate the name, and could you switch it back? Sure. Also, what I think he is saying. It's just a whole bunch of bullshit just to get clicks, because we all know that people are gonna be like, oh, did you see what Trump tweeted? Do you see what Trump tweeted? Yeah, because everybody talks about it. So of course he's gonna bring that to the light because it's something that he's gonna get a lot of attention for. Mm-hmm. Could it happen? I don't think so. No, I do not see the Redskins coming back. I do not see the Indians coming back.
Unfortunately, no.
And I don't think Trump can do anything about it. So to answer the question of the title, can Trump help the return of the Indians and the Redskins? The answer is a big fat no. I just thought it was a fun topic to talk about, and that this would be a fun video to get some interactions with as well. So let us know down in the comment section below. Do you think they should switch the name backs? Do you think they will switch the name backs? Do you think there's better names that they could have used, like the Cleveland Spiders we mentioned there? So let us know down in the comment section below. But I think that's going to just about wrap up this video. I just wanted to come on and talk this out a little bit, have a little fun with this video. So anything you want to say, Tim, before we head on out?
Bring back the Indians thing. I'm going to be an advocate for that. But and I want to quickly mention, I thought that they should have kept the Indians name way before Trump made it cool. So I just wanted to point that one out. But anyways.
But that is going to do it for this one. We want to thank you guys as always for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you guys have not already. Turn on post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we come out with a video here at Baseball Talk with the Earle Brothers. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. I want to thank you guys as always for watching. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace out, guys.